Florida's death row could see more inmates. The governor delivering on a promise, signing a law to no longer require unanimous jury consent to access capital punishment. Florida's supermajority threshold now the lowest in the nation. Capitol reporter Forrest Saunders again with the story.
It was just a handful gathered to watch Governor Ron DeSantis sign SB 450 Thursday morning. Effective immediately, Florida juries will no longer need unanimous consent to offer the death penalty. A supermajority, 8 of 12, will do. Judges could still override, but need to explain why in a written order. In a tweet, DeSantis said, quote, "Once a defendant in a capital case is found guilty by a unanimous jury, one juror should not be able to veto a capital sentence."
How do you wish to plead?
Guilty.
The change comes after the Parkland shooter was spared the death penalty last year. It fueled frustration at the Capitol, prompting the reform.
It's unfortunate that this case highlighted this flaw in our law, but now was the time for us to get it right so other families do not suffer in this way.
Speaking of families, those who experienced Parkland said Thursday's signing was bittersweet.
Of course, it's a double-edged sword. Our families were denied the justice that my daughter Gina, her 13 schoolmates, and her 3 teachers deserved.
Tony Montalto among them, now hopeful future victims won't have to endure his heartbreak and frustration.
It's about providing the victims an opportunity for justice. Gina, her classmates, and her teachers, they deserve that.
Critics have pointed out that Florida is a national leader in death row exonerations, prompting some lawmakers to push back on the change as lowering an important hurdle.
The threshold to convict someone is unanimous, and that's just at a conviction level.
Rep. Michelle Rayner Goolsby, a defense attorney among them.
And when we're thinking about taking someone's life, no matter how egregious the crime that they may have been charged with and convicted with, you would think that that threshold needs to be just as high.
Republicans, however, had the votes needed to make the bill a reality earlier this month, even grabbing a few Democrats, sealing the policy's fate in the legislature and opening the door for DeSantis to make it Florida's latest law. At the Capitol, Forrest Saunders, WPTV News Channel 5.
Again, our roundtable, Brian Crowley and political editor for the Palm Beach Post, Antonio Fins. Antonio, thoughts?
Well, let's start with the question. If Nicholas Cruz had gotten the death sentence, would this legislation have passed? Okay, it was a hard case to watch, and it was hard to watch the family members that day of the excruciating pain that they went through, the agony of not seeing him get the death penalty. But the question is, if this is such a problematic issue, why didn't it come up earlier rather than highlighted by one case? You know, and sometimes that's the way legislation works. You get one case that moves something forward, but that's, I think, what critics of this legislation, what they have said is, you know, it was just one case, and is there really a bigger problem, or is it this one case?
Ryan?
Yeah, I mean, I'm picturing death penalty decisions in the future where 8 people decide that the death penalty is deserved, but you have 4 that say no. And how are you supposed to react to that? You're going to want more information. Why did these 4 feel like it wasn't the right thing to do? And I think if we're going as far as an execution, as bad as I feel for those families, I still think that, you know, a unanimous decision by a jury is the best way to go. And I should add, you know, one of the problems we have with the death penalty and why some people think we should do away with the death penalty is because people sit on death row for decades, 30, 40 years, and the families suffer watching that as well.
Let me, a topic that will be very much in the forefront. This will be subject to appeals, reviews, court cases on into the future. And both sides will continue to make their positions well and emotionally known. I want to turn back a moment, if I may, to politics. I want to pick your brains on your top of mind thoughts. We've seen the nasty ads begin to fly between the 2 political heavyweights in Florida. The former president, who's under indictment in New York and faces a host of other potential legal problems, but he is flying high. If you believe in polls, I know Brian doesn't, but every poll suggests he's high flying, at least at this point in 2023. You've got Governor DeSantis, the presumptive best challenger for him. Others have their hats in the ring. For our viewers in our remaining 3 or 4 minutes, kind of sum up your thoughts on where we are, what you want our audience to be looking for in the months to come and on into next year.
Well, first of all, who brought the pudding? That seems to be the thing.
The DeSantis
yeah,
Allison
so,
licking the
no,
pudding.
look, I think that this is, It's interesting how much we've already seen in this supposed rivalry between candidate Trump and non-candidate DeSantis. You know, we got, what, a few weeks left in the legislative session, and then we're supposed to find out whether DeSantis actually throws his hat in the ring.
Right.
So if you think that this has been already quite the roller coaster, wait about another month.
How do you think it plays out?
You know, I don't know. It's going to be really interesting to see. There is this clash between the Trump, Team Trump, that says he can win. He's the guy. He's the one that made the Republican Party what it is today. And then there's this other school of thought that says, yeah, but he's got a lot of baggage. You mentioned the indictment in New York. There's also the fact that he lost the 2020 election. I know that you know, people don't want to hear it. Some people don't want to hear that, but he lost already. And the party has not done well with him, you know, being at the helm. So they're looking for somebody, you know, a different candidate who plays the same themes, has a track record of playing the same things, which is Mr. DeSantis, and does. So, you know, we'll see how it goes.
Brian, thoughts? And maybe your analysis a little more on the DeSantis part of this equation, because there's still a question, how does he play on the biggest stage?
Well, you know, we're getting some hints. We have, as of last week, 10 members of the Florida congressional delegation who have endorsed Donald Trump, including Brian Mast.
Right.
And part of what some of them have been saying publicly and privately is that when he was in Congress with them, he ignored them. He didn't return phone calls. You know, that he, you know, would have his earbuds in his ears so that he could ignore people around him, and he just wasn't very well liked in Congress. So, you know, he's already kind of being outplayed, because you can see Donald Trump in the, you know, down the road going, even his own members in Florida don't like him and are endorsing me. I think, and then of course we have Ron DeSantis at the final weeks of the legislature session taking off on Saturday to do a world tour, which is a little bizarre, the last weeks of the legislative session, you know, trying to build his foreign credentials, because he has none. So I'm sure he'll come back all huffing and puffing about what a great foreign analyst he is. I still think he's got a long way to go.
We're going to have your closing comments and let you take it wherever you want when we come back in just a moment. As always, I appreciate your time and your analysis, gentlemen. Back in a moment.